Philadelphia will have a fine week against Chicago, which is another tough defense in their own right. But Philadelphia is so high-powered. McNabb is a must-start again every week. Wide receivers, it's kind of hard. You want to say start Deshaun Jackson, but it's really hard to put a lot of faith in a rookie receiver. But you may as well. You may as well start Deshaun Jackson because he catches balls and he's really fast. And McNabb throws a lot, so I like him. I like that kid. I don't care if he doesn't run touchdowns all the way into the end zone. He gets close. He gets close to the end zone. It's got to be worth something. Doesn't it? All right, and at Chicago, I think that Matt Forte is becoming an every week guy. I think he is. I think if you have Matt Forte, you got to have him in the game. All right, if you got him as a backup and you have two stud running backs, as is, you got to move him and do something. But he's a guy that needs to be playing every week in fantasy football. He shouldn't be rotting away on anyone's bench ever. Matt Forte is the real deal, people. He's no Cedric Benson. He's quality. So Matt Forte, if you have him, start him. Other than that, I don't start anyone on Chicago. Not Moose Muhammad. Not anyone. Maybe Brandon Lloyd. You know what I think I did? Hold on. Let me rewind and backtrack. I think for the San Francisco-New Orleans game, I said Brandon Lloyd. Brandon Lloyd is obviously a Chicago Bear. He hasn't been a Niner in years. So don't start Brandon Lloyd in the San Francisco game because he doesn't play there. Idiot. I mean, should I do another take? Should I just do the whole show over? Oh, my God. All right. Don't start anybody for Chicago besides Matt Forte. All right, Monday night game. Yeah, Moose is on Carolina. I forgot that. I'm still living in last season, Mike. Sorry. It's been a long day. That was a long day out baking in the sun. Leave me alone. Baltimore at Pittsburgh, Monday night game. For Baltimore, I'd say start Jamal Lewis, Shannon Sharp, and Trent Dilfer. And for Pittsburgh, I like Jerome Bettis and all right, no, honestly, for Baltimore, I don't really like anybody. Maybe McGahee now that he's back. And he punched one in last week. Not too bad. Not too bad. But in Pittsburgh, Pittsburgh's kind of beat up. They've had a tough schedule up till now, and they have a tough schedule after now. So, not a lot of good quality starts in this game, to be honest with you. Not a lot of good quality starts. Baltimore doesn't really have the firepower. They have an incredible defense. So that means you don't really want to start anybody on Pittsburgh too much. And I know a lot of people probably have Mendenhall, and they're thinking, great, I have Rashard Mendenhall. Willie Parker's out, so I have this super starter. Well, against Baltimore, he's going to be in a lot of trouble. A lot of trouble. They have a serious defense, and he can't hold on to the ball. So I don't really like anybody. Baltimore's pass defense is, second to none, literally. So I'm not a big fan of Hines Ward or Santonio Holmes this week. Like I said, it's just not a really, really big offensive week. Don't be surprised if the scores this week around your league are a little bit lower than average. For one, there's a lot of teams on byes. We're talking Detroit, Indianapolis, Miami, New England, Giants, Seattle. A lot of teams on byes, and the matchups aren't that favorable across the board. So don't expect too much from your team this week, and just hope that the guy on the other end sucks worse than you do, and you sneak by with a win. That's what I'm hoping to do. I have some guys on bye. I got my backups all in. I'm just hoping to eke by with a win. The guy I'm playing usually sucks worse than I do. So, that is what it is. That ain't bad. I got to tell you one more time, if anything at all, swing by my page. Anything you want to say, do, talk about, swing by my page, drop me a line, let me know. Also, check me out Saturday mornings on Fantasy Football 101, sportsradio1450.com if you're online. If you're in the central Illinois, more specifically Springfield area, it is on your AM dial, 1450. It's a fantasy show, do it with a couple other guys. My buddy Adam Stark hosts it. Our friend Mark Graham is in there. It's a fun show, good stuff. It's an hour long. We have a lot of call-ins. give out a lot of advice, and as always, appreciate feedback. So anything at all, hit me up if I can help you. If I've messed you up, I've thrown a few bad picks out there this year, just a few. I've got a lot right, but I put some stinkers out there. And apparently this week I'm just telling you to start guys that aren't even on the team that I'm telling you to start them for. So totally disregard this whole show. If you just watch this whole thing, I apologize. All right, see you next week. Ooh, might see you Sunday morning on the Athletic Supporters homepage. I'll keep you posted. That could be happening. That really might be happening. I'll let you know. All right, I'm Eric Pedigo. Thank you for tuning in to the Fantasy Football Face Punch. See you next week, my friends.